Good morning. Dr. Fadala, Dr. Chase, family, friends, and Orion class of 2022, welcome to our grade 8 moving on ceremony for the Orion cluster. I'd like to invite two of our Orion students, Liam Goldsworthy and Ava Denisco, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Can't see it. It's like behind Mr. Norman.
Can we go now? Yep. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Liam and Ava. Well, it's certainly been an eventful 3 years for this class of 2022. You walked in as excited, maybe a little nervous, sixth graders back in the 2019-20 school year. Then just as you started to settle in and get used to life here at Higgins, everything stopped. Then you came back last year as seventh graders in this strange half home, half at school, all the same people are in all my classes set up, where we actually made you sit in the cafeteria 6 feet apart at desks during lunchtime. But finally, this year brought some normalcy, with every day feeling a little bit more like pre-March 2020. One thing that stood out among this class was your patience and your flexibility. We had some pretty crazy rules. We had to stand on spray-painted hawks outside 6 feet apart. You had to wipe down your desks between every class. But you did it, and you set an example for others, and you adjusted every single time we made a change. Your actions as a class reinforced to us over and over that there is, in what has been a tough couple of years, plenty of decency, class, and selflessness to go around. And it made all the efforts worth it. I think it's appropriate at this time to thank some of those that were responsible for making this year of normalcy possible. So first of all, to our city leadership, the mayor, the superintendent, our school committee, for continuing to make decisions that put kids first. To our school leadership, Mr. Ginolfi, Ms. Fine, Mr. Heenan, and Mrs. Giganti, for their tireless efforts in making sure that what is the largest middle school in the state continues to run like clockwork. To our teachers and our support staff, day in and day out, they reinvent teaching and build relationships to provide a first-rate education to our students. They have and deserve our undying admiration and gratitude. To our parents and guardians and families, thank you for continuing to be part of your kids' education, volunteering, coming to back-to-school nights, to parent conferences, and having faith in us over the past couple of years of uncertainty. You demonstrate once again what makes Peabody the most education-friendly community around. More than ever, we are proud to send this class out to the world beyond Higgins, one that promises a bright future for all of you, where you make the best of the lessons you've learned and the skills you've developed over the past 3 years. Congratulations, Orion class of 2022, and from all of us here, thank you. At this point, I'd like to ask our superintendent, Dr. Vidala, to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Busey. Some of you may know I have a 5th grade daughter who moved on from the South Memorial School earlier this week. So for many parents, I share a lot of the emotions that you're having this week. And I thought about, as I was sitting at that ceremony, how these 8th graders 3 years ago moved on from their elementary schools, and the excitement and maybe some of the nervousness that they thought about middle school. What they received when they came here was very different than what was expected. And I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work of our teachers. They've done an incredible job over these past 3 years to adapt and modify their instruction to make sure that the kids have had an incredible experience and that we are here today because of the great work of Mr. Busey and the administrators and, of course, our incredible teachers that are here. So let's give them a big round of applause. Mr. Busey mentioned that the Higgins is the biggest middle school in the state, and I'm proud to say that we were one of the first middle schools to come back full in person during your 7th grade year. And that was in large part because of our school committee, Mayor Betancourt, but most importantly, the advocacy that the parents in this room and the people in the community gave, that the importance of education and in-person education was at the forefront of all the decisions we made. I appreciate all the parents, your patience and your flexibility over these past 3 years to ensure that we were one of the first schools to come back full in person. So thank you for all. It's been a trying time for the parents. So 8th graders, please, let's give a round of applause to our parents as well. As superintendent, I have the pleasure of going to all the schools and visiting the schools, and the best thing that I can do is go into the classrooms and see the great work that our students are doing, and now that I get to see your smiling faces, it makes it all worthwhile. I had the opportunity to go to the high school a few weeks ago, and we got a grant for our career and technical education program for medical assisting to have a simulation lab. And in the simulation lab is a lifelike mannequin that has a wig and eyes that blink, it breathes, and the students can take its pulse and take its blood pressure. And the medical assistant students love it because it really simulates real-life nursing programs. So as I was in there, at one point it closed its eyes and started to snore. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. It's really lifelike. So the middle school version of me wanted to take it home and play a joke on my wife and have a little punk out my 7th grader and my 5th grader, but I guess I wasn't allowed to do that. But there are some great things going on at the high school. One of the other things that is really exciting is we have a forensic program. And the forensic program, when I was in there, they were taking fingerprints, and the students were learning all sorts of wonderful things. And the hallmark of the forensic program, and they do a lot of CSI work and some investigations, the hallmark of the program is that there is always something left behind, and it's their job to uncover it. And so it's really interesting, and it made me think of this 8th grade class, and think about all the things that you're leaving behind that you might not know. And all of the parents in this room are extremely proud of the work that you've done. Mr. Busey mentioned things like flexibility and kindness of this group. Those are the things that you're leaving behind as a legacy for the Higgins Middle School. No other 8th grade class has done what you've done, and we are extremely proud of you. As you look forward to high school, some of you will be going to different schools next year. Think about the legacy that you'll leave behind and all of the kindness and good deeds that you can do. Stay positive, put your best foot forward, and do the best that you can. You've made us very proud over these past 3 years, and I know you're going to continue to make us proud in high school. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Vidala. We have incorporated our National Junior Honor Society ceremony into our Moving On ceremony over the past few years. We feel it's the right time to do it, and at this point I'd like to call up our National Junior Honor Society advisor, Mr. Anthony Finari.
Good morning. Congratulations to our 67 new National Junior Honor Society members who truly personify the National Junior Honor Society's pillars of scholarship, citizenship, leadership, character, and service. This is clearly shown as you have a new member GPA average of a 3.88, which far succeeds the needed 3.67. Then, much, much more importantly, you have completed an astounding 2,697 community service hours this year alone during a pandemic. That is absolutely amazing.
Before we ask our Honor Society members to join us here on stage, I do want to acknowledge and thank Mr. Finari, who, as many of you probably know, he is heading off to the center school to be their new assistant principal. They are extremely lucky to have him. We've been extremely lucky to have him over the past several years. We'll miss him, but we know that it's going to be an awesome role for him, and we wish him the best of luck. At this point, I'd like to recognize the Honor Society students from the Orion cluster and have them come up and receive their certificates. First, Christopher Adams. Brooke Foley. Layla Hernandez. Ollie Homum. Maggie Palin. Mia Riley Norton. Colin Ryder. Adriana Soares. And Matthew Taverna. That's done. Congratulations. Congratulations, Colin. Congratulations, Adriana. That's not it. Congratulations again to all of our National Junior Honor Society members for a job well done. As we continue to recognize the achievement, effort, and citizenship of some of our graduating students, I'd like to point out that we have one very impressive graduating Orion student who has achieved the lofty status of principal's list for each of her marking periods at Higgins Middle School. That means she's leaving us with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Please join me in congratulating Adriana Soares. At this point, the Orion teachers, with my assistance, will recognize the achievement and effort they've seen in their classes this year. And we're going to start with English Language Arts Awards, presented by Mr. Murphy. So for the English Language Arts Achievement Award, this student is a dedicated student who works extremely hard in the classroom. She constantly asks questions about how she could improve and demands the most of herself, setting and accomplishing lofty goals. This type of persistent attitude is one of the major reasons she has attained great success, not only in Mr. Murphy's 8th grade ELA class, but throughout her entire Higgins academic career. While her work ethic and accomplishments are commendable, it is her infectious personality that is the most remarkable. She's caring, thoughtful, honest, and funny. A passionate young woman who Mr. Murphy believes is destined for success. Congratulations to Maggie Palin. Congratulations. For the next English Language Arts Award, when one looks for a student that exemplifies intelligence, leadership, strength of character, and citizenship, one needs to look no further than this next student. She is the type of person who strives for success and pushes herself to do the best quality work that she is capable of. It was a pleasure to have had her as a member of the Orion cluster, and more specifically in Mr. Murphy's ELA class. She will be sorely missed, but he has no doubt that she will achieve great things in her future. Brooke Foley. Thank you, Mr. Murphy. I would like to now call up Mrs. O'Connell for the Math and Algebra Awards. First, for mathematics achievement. The Achievement Award in Pre-Algebra is awarded to a student who started the year like most 8th grade students, wondering, how bad is it going to be? They did not always earn A's and were not always confident in their work. However, as the year progressed, this student became an excellent math student, often being the only person in the class willing to put themselves out there and take the risk to raise his hand to answer a challenging question. By the end of the 3rd and 4th quarters, this student had the highest grades in the cluster, often earning perfect scores on assessments. I am proud to award the Orion Achievement in Pre-Algebra Award to Matthew Taverna. Matt is not with us this morning, but we are going to make sure that he gets that award when he comes back. For the next award in mathematics, the Effort Award in Pre-Algebra is awarded to a student who never once all year put in less than 100% effort. The student holds himself to a high standard that is rare to see in the 8th grade. The student did not find 8th grade math to be easy, so most days he came in for extra help and worked persistently until he not only had the correct answer, but also understood the concept more thoroughly. More importantly, the student is generous, happy to take time away from completing his own work to lean over to a classmate and share his enthusiasm for his new understanding with someone else. We are proud to award the Orion Effort in Mathematics Award to Drew Little. For the award for Algebra Achievement. The Algebra Achievement Award in Algebra is awarded to a student who started off the year strongly and just kept improving. This student persevered and worked hard each day, but you would never know it by her calm demeanor and quiet presence. This student became a pillar in the class as a person others could come to for help and reassurance that they were on the right track. This student was always happy to help. Their integrity and work ethic stand out in the class, and it's easy to see how their peers respect them for these important qualities. This student has a great future ahead of her, and we will be so happy to see where life takes this all-around exceptional student. The award for Orion Achievement in Algebra goes to Layla Hernandez. Congratulations, Layla. The Effort Award in Algebra is awarded to a student who is about to be very surprised. This student has not been a very happy camper in algebra class, yet almost always has a smile on her face. The struggles were real and the frustration visible, yet she came back again and again ready to do she came back again and again ready to do her best. Her effort and determination never wavered, and we were so proud to see how her understanding of the material became stronger and deeper. During the fourth quarter, this student earned one of the highest grades in the class and was able to turn the tables and offer her help to others in the class. In the meantime, the student served as a role model for others with her strong work ethic and self-determination. Again, we will be very interested to see where this student ends up in life, and we can only see achievement and success in her future. The award for Orion Effort in Algebra goes to Olivia Maki. To present the Science Awards, I'll call it Mrs. Orlando. For the award for Science Achievement, this student is hardworking and intelligent and has excelled in science class this year. She's been a role model in class and has shown great interest in the subject. She's been such a pleasure, and Miss Orlando has no doubt that she'll be highly successful in high school, which is why Kylie Pickett is the most deserving of this Science Achievement Award. The award for effort in science goes to a student that has consistently shown great effort, understanding, and leadership in science. She's not afraid to contribute in class discussions, often paving the way for other students to participate. This student has shown a respectful and mature attitude to all members of the learning environment and has clearly become a highly respected member within the classroom community. This student is more than deserving of this award, and we wish Ollie Homem the best in the future. To present the awards for social studies, it is a pleasure to welcome back Mr. Norman. The Achievement Award for Social Studies goes to a student who cares deeply about the founding tenets of this country. Someone who exemplifies the skills of using important ideas like democracy to analyze current events and explore ideas for the future of America. A student who stayed after school to ensure that everything was exceptional. This award goes to someone who has shown that knowledge of the Constitution can be used to better America in all it holds and represents. Congratulations, Allison Varney. The Effort Award for Social Studies was earned by a student who never accepted limits, someone who showed that concepts and skills like using facts and reason to support claims matter. When faced with a challenging assignment, he didn't balk at the face of challenge, but instead sought to help by staying after school. This student's tenacity and grit will carry him to greatness throughout his life. Congratulations to Ricardo Santos Duarte. Thank you again to our Orion teachers and staff, and congratulations to our Orion Award winners. Before we present the certificates of completion to a class that has made us so proud over the past 3 years, I'd like to say a few words about a person whose kindness and compassion is unmatched. This is Mrs. Gigante's final moving on ceremony as well, as she is moving on to a well-deserved retirement. I've had the pleasure of working with Mrs. Gigante since 2006, and I can honestly say that she is one of the most dedicated and generous professionals that I've ever known. The epitome of an educator, Mrs. Gigante made every decision, and there have been many of them over the course of her career, based on what was best for her students. We will miss her dearly, but wish her the best in her retirement. Mrs. Gigante.
Thank you, Mr. Busey, for those kind words. 8th graders, for just a little while longer. My message to you today, as you move on to high school next year, is to always make the most of your time. A few weeks ago, I was remembering that 3 years ago when you began 6th grade, my goal was to get to know each of you personally. Just a show of hands. How many of you actually remember me interviewing you that first year in 6th grade in the hall? Did you come out in the hall? Yeah, this is the group then. Well, I asked you things like, how is your day going? What is your favorite subject? What has been your greatest achievement to this point? Well, I actually got about halfway through my interviews with you when our time together was abruptly cut short in March. Although our time together during these past 3 years has been interrupted at times, I am confident that your time here has been well spent. You see, it's not about the quantity of time or the amount of time that we have, but more importantly, what you do with that time, the quality of the time spent, and what you learn during that time. In that regard, you have succeeded overwhelmingly at making the most of your time at Higgins Middle School, and you are ready indeed to move on. You are older, wiser, more mature. And just to set the record straight, we have gotten to know each other very well since 6th grade. I can honestly say that I am very proud of all that you have accomplished during your time here and all that you have learned these past 3 years. I would encourage you to make the most of your time in high school and beyond. Be sure to seize every moment, live every moment to its fullest, and take in all that life has to offer. And remember, along the way, that time is always the right time to spread a little kindness to those around you. Congratulations, and best of luck to the class of 2022. We want to forget 2020. August Barry. Samantha Buswell. Jeremias Calcano. Lucas Corning. Lexi De La Roca. Yanalise Espinoza Rodriguez. Kevin Junta. Kenna Guimarain Silveria. Delaney Ingham. Christ June. Carlos Latorres. George Long. Alicia Mirza. Nicholas Morabito. Iego Pacheco. Maggie Palin. Kylie Pickett. Addison Russell. Colin Ryder. Anthony Schiapoletti. Adriana Soares. Patrick Stanton. Diego Tejada Contreras. Abriana Tobin. Julia Barrera. Sabrina Cabral. Aiden Calderon. Ava Denisco. Brooke Foley. Liam Goldsworthy. Kelsey Hartless. Guillermo Jiminian. Dylan Lohman. Olivia Mackey. Cameron Mitchell. Kevin Nobile. Gabrielle Pednault. Onassis Pena. Z. Quinlan DeJohnette. Madison Sachs-Meltzer. Logan Sangster. Matthew Scopa. Ruby Soto Cordero. Isaiah Sutton. Catherine Humana Lopez. Alexander Vincent. Alyssa Zito. Christopher Adams. Tia Bordenaro. Tina Chen. Christopher Cummings. Giovanna DiChiara. James Grace. Leila Hernandez. Raymond Jolly. Louis Levanishiti. Jasmine Martinez. Craig Missoni. Mateus Muniz. Sophia Nicola. Gabrielle Nunes. Paige Pednault. Raiden Paul. Adriana Quintanilla. Nicholas Santana. Rachel Shadhauser. Leela Sim. Alexandra Sparakis. Allison Varney. John Albano. Allison Bua. Christian Chouinard Bean. Angelisa Davila Ortega. Miabella Drillis. Michelle Gordon. Aiden Grove. Olivia Holman. Evan Kapnis. Stephen Mendonça. Mej Najjar. Riley O'Donnell. Abraham Okiawu. Abigail Pelletier. Marcus Parada. Mia Riley Norton. Ricardo Santos Duarte. Jessica Shaker. Caden Sotomayor. Arena Stanton. Samantha Whitney. Madison Almeida. Gabriella Catino. Jaden DeFolvio. Kai Linda. Marcus Wood. Christopher LeBoeuf. Remanuel Santiago. Thank you.
I would ask the Orion class of 2022 to please rise. Before we send them off one final time, I'd like to offer them our congratulations and best wishes. Parents, grandparents, families, thank you all for 3 great years, for your support of our school, and most importantly, for the support of your kids. We would ask that the Orion class, we're going to have them leave the auditorium first, proceed out. Then after they have left, you can meet them outside. Thank you very much for coming this morning. Have a great rest of your summer. Take care.